Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm with my buddy John, and we're going to be reviewing God, King of the... God. We're going to be reviewing Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Oh, no. There goes Jason's intro.
Yeah, go Godzilla. And Godzuki. Yeah, I mean... Boy, I screwed that up. But, I mean, it was really cool. I mean, a lot of... I mean, 'cause I know Jeremy Johns and Chris Stuckman said that it wasn't very good and there was too much monster fighting in it. And I remember on the live stream for Thursday night, Howard Cat was saying, like, people didn't like it because there's too many monsters in it. And Howard Cat said that's a good review for me, and that's a good review for me, too.
Yeah, I loved having all those monsters fighting. That was great. That's what I'm there for. You know, brought me back to when we were kids and I go see Godzilla movies. Like, yeah, monsters, fight!
Yeah, I mean, it's like... Chris Stuckman says all fan service, but what's wrong with fan service? I mean, if you don't want to see Godzilla, watch those animated movies on Netflix.
Godzilla animated movies on Netflix. Out to Jason, it's interesting in the trivia. People were complaining about the 2014 Godzilla movie that Godzilla wasn't in very long, which if you watch the original, he wasn't. But he said the 2014 movie, at a little bit over 12 minutes, was one of the longest lengths of time that Godzilla appeared in any of the 35 movies until now. So it's like he's never been in them for that long. So we just, you know, it doesn't seem like he's in a short amount of time, but that he isn't.
It depends on how captivating the movie is. This movie, there was never a dull moment. I really liked 11 from Stranger Things was in it too, which was really cool. Yeah, it was
amazing when she did a mind meld with Godzilla to take out King Ghidorah.
Well, she did a little bit of thing when she was touching that one. I mean, she did a little bit of 11 on there. She made breakfast. She didn't make any Legos. I mean, Eggos, not Legos. I don't know. I screwed up again.
I loved it when Gamera showed up and Quetzalcoatl and Ultraman. That was just fantastic.
Yeah. And don't forget Jet Jaguar and also Godzuki, who also son of guy who can't breathe fire, but he only breathes like smoke rings and stuff like that.
I thought was a really neat, intense moment was when they made it to Antarctica, and you know they encountered the Thing.
Yeah, well, they made it to Antarctica, and they also encountered Guar and Sleazy P. Martini, their manager. Well, these, of course, this didn't happen. These are not. I mean, if you, we don't do spoilers. We're just joking around. Jet Jaguar would have been kind of cool in there, like, but I mean, that from Megalon, from Godzilla vs. Megalon. But this is a fantastic movie. I dug it. And they were saying, "All hail the king." That would be cool if Bruce Campbell would have said, "All hail the king, baby."
Yeah, and there was like a lot of nods to past Godzilla movies too, which made it more fun as well. You know, but yeah, it's great. I just wanted to see a big monster battle, and they delivered.
Oh, I know, it was a lot. I really liked it. I mean, someone on the live stream last night said it sucked, but I mean, I loved it. But I mean, there's always going to be people for and against,
My brother and I had my grandfather, my paternal grandfather, got us some models. We had. I can't remember if those were all. Yeah, I think all Aurora models. We had King Kong, and my grandfather made it with the glow-in-the-dark head because he had two versions. Some of the parts are glow-in-the-dark, some weren't. Now I can't remember if he bought or me and my brother bought these because it's back in the 70s. We had a Godzilla model in. I can't remember if we had a Rodin or not, but we had King Ghidorah. We had all those models from back in the 70s. They're probably floating around somewhere, and they're probably worth money nowadays. Because those were like really prized models.
Well, I remember they had what's it? I mean, I got one when I was little. Paper mache, or I mean, one of the thing you made yourself. It was Doctor. Oh, what was it? Doctor from Planet of the Apes. Doctor Zaius. Dr. Zaius. And then I wanted to do it, and my dad said, I want to do it. So my dad just put it together. I was really disappointed, and then he broke the arm off of it.
Oh.
So, I mean, I didn't have any Godzilla model. I bought like a little Godzilla miniature for my nephew. I still have. That's better. I love Godzilla. I mean, And
I was lazy. I never liked the glue together ones because then you got to pull it together, wait for the glue to dry. So I switched to the snap together models.
Oh, snap type models are cool.
No patience.
But I never had any of those, growing up and stuff like that. But I love Godzilla, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I agree with Hackett. That's a great. I mean, all monster fights, well, mostly. That's a great recommendation. Stuff like it's a fantastic movie. I loved it. I give it a 10 out of 10. It's never a dull moment. If you like Godzilla, you like. I mean, if you don't want to see Godzilla, watch those boring animated movies on Netflix. And John said I was the only one who didn't like it, but Trav didn't like the first two anyways. The third one was probably the best of the series because it's a little bit more interesting, but still, Godzilla was barely in those. I was really disappointed,
but,
you know.
As I point out, that holds true to the franchise. Godzilla doesn't appear in no.
Oh, and also, when the credits start rolling, there's lots of more footage. People are leaving, and they had like a brand new version of the Godzilla song. You know, I like Blue Oyster Cult's version better.
Yeah.
You know, the song is okay. And
also, with that, you know, there's all these little snippets of articles and stuff that help tell you what's going on in the franchise.
Yeah.
You know, with the monsters and that, as well as, you know, an extra scene.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that, like, you know, I have all these little news headlines and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I read something in trivia, and I don't know if it's true or not, but supposedly one of the news articles was credited to Stephen Martin.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, it was really cool. I mean, you know, and they had tie-ins to Skull Island, too, and King Kong, because it's like the Monsters universe they're trying to do like Marvel.
Right. Because, yeah, Godzilla King Kong comes out next year.
I can't wait. And then at the very end, there's another scene, though. So stay all the way to the end. And they have, like, the Godzilla theme and the Mothra theme. And it would just it would be cool if they played the Godzilla theme a little bit more in the movie whenever... Well, crap. I know no spoilers. But it's a fantastic movie. I loved it. And, like, there's Mothras in it and Rodan. I mean, this is stuff you've seen from the trailer along with Ghidorah, Monster Zero. And it's awesome. I give it a 10 out of 10. Also, I want to recommend, I mean, because there were so many Godzilla movies came out, there was also a couple new Mothra movies that came out just with Mothra. I mean, aside from the original Mothra movie. It was Rebirth of Mothra. I think there's 1 and 2, and that was more geared towards kids, but they were fun movies. So if you get a chance to see Rebirth of Mothra 1 and 2, definitely I highly recommend those two.
Speaking of Mothra, for some fun, there was a show on IFC that Jason never saw, but I liked, you know, it's called Stand Against Evil, starring John C. McKinley, and created by Dana Gould. And the premise is that in this town, centuries ago, this witch was burned at the stake, and she cursed all the sheriffs. So each sheriff throughout the years usually dies in office. You know, they die young, except for McKinley's character, who retires, and this lady comes to town, takes over as sheriff. And they discover that McKinley's wife, who had died, was actually fighting off the witches and stuff that were terrorizing the town. But there's a really funny episode where they did a whole tribute to Mothra, and it was really good. Do you like it?
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. It's very, in a way, it's very bizarre, like in a Tim and Eric type of way. You know what I mean? But it was very entertaining, you know. And they did it on like the lower TV type budgets that had a ton of, I mean, you know what I mean? You know, but it was cool.
It's funny. It's something that you have to watch if you like that type of stuff. The whole series is decent, but it got canceled. I think it was only 3 seasons at last.
And John said Swamp Thing, well, maybe we do that for another video.
Me? I don't know.
Okay. So, I mean, I guess that's it for me and John reviewing Godzilla King of Monsters. So until next time, everybody, please take care of my Legion.